the death cross is getting closer and closer with each passing moment, and as we can see here on Binance on the 1-day chart, Bitcoin USDT pair, we can see that the 50-day moving average, which is the red line, is going to cross the blue line, which is the 200-day moving average, and that represents the death cross. So as you can see here, this should happen in about 1 day, maximum 2 days, right? We should see the crossover likely in the next day. I think it's going to be tomorrow because they're very, very closely aligned here, as you can see right now. So what's going to happen, right? Many things could happen, right? It could signify a major dump, or it could just mean that maybe it's going to trade sideways for a while, then dump, and then go back up hard, right? Because if you look on the 200-day moving average, we are in an uptrend here, right? It is on the upside, right? It's growing, it's increasing, right? So it's not on the downside, which would have been even more bearish in my opinion if it had been like that. So yeah, what am I looking to accumulate? Because we're not going to be talking about TA here, even though we could be spending most of the time on that. There are just too many people that talk about TA. So what am I looking at? Well, of course, I'm looking at something in the Polkadot ecosystem, and aside from Kusama, which I'm hoping to get very low, I am hoping to see Kusama probably get to about 240, 250 this weekend after the death cross, because if Bitcoin does dump to 30k, which was the last area of support, then I do think that Kusama has a high probability of going to 250. Just because we've actually went to 299.56 earlier. So yeah, for sure this weekend, if we go to 30k, I can see Kusama dump that low. And not to mention that it could likely touch the 200-day moving average here on Kusama, which would be around 260 area, right? So it could even pick up below. So yeah, anything between 240 to 260 is very likely for Kusama here this weekend. But I'm not actually looking to pick up Kusama. I'm actually looking to pick up more PDEX, because as you can see here, historically looking at PDEX, ever since it got listed on KuCoin, it's been holding really well as an area of support just above $13. Okay, so you can see here it's been holding at 1350, 1330, 1303, had a few peaks below, and then even here when we had this major pump and then pulled back down with the Bitcoin dump, it went to 1266 for a split second, but then it went right back up, right? So it just shows you the $13 range is holding very, very well as support, because there just aren't any more sellers. Of course, that doesn't mean that if Bitcoin was to dump to 20k, we'd see PDEX at $13. That's nonsense, right? PDEX is likely going to dump even more, but we're going to assume that a $30,000 support level is going to hold for Bitcoin. So where am I looking to accumulate more PDEX this weekend? Well, I'm looking to get anywhere between $13 and $15. I think that's a safe area for me personally to accumulate for the long term, because I know what's going to come with Polkadex, right? I know that the DEX is going to launch around August or September of this year. So that's, if you've been following this channel, if you've been following the Polkadex updates, you know how important that DEX is going to be. So yeah, I'm super hyped about it, and I can't wait till they launch. And of course I want to accumulate. So yeah, I'm going to try and buy the dips, and I think this is the perfect opportunity here. You may be arguing, well, it's holding at $19.10 even now with this market, but we did go as low as 1850. So it just shows you there isn't, like, it's very thin. Like if we actually go here to the 1 decimal, we can see there just isn't that much buying power holding it, right? I'm not sure why this is not loading here. Takes a while. So yeah, as you can see here, if somebody's gonna dump 4.6k here, it'll take it to $18 straight away, right? And yeah, 10k to $16. But like I said, if Bitcoin dumps, then PDEX against the BTC pair would dump, right? So because of that, we would see the price in USDT also drop significantly, because bots would also be selling, right? So yeah, like I said, this area here between $13 and $15 is holding quite well for PDEX. So I do think that we're not going to go below that personally, but again, you can never be too sure, but you need to have something to go by, right? And this is what I have to go by, and this is the risk that I'm going to take. So anything between $13 and $15 this weekend for PDEX, that's what I'm trying to accumulate. Let me know in the comments below, what are you trying to accumulate this weekend if you have spare USDT on the side. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.